guys, so today I'm coming to share with you my 25th week of pregnancy. I am a few days into my 25th week right now, so it's a little bit late, but so I filmed this video twice already, and after watching my last video I just filmed it once and put it up, and I was so unhappy with it because I was just and this is what's happening and this is what's happening, and it was a drag. But I'm in a better mood. I've sat here and calmed down and taking deep breaths, so I'm not constantly having to edit out my deep breaths because I've been having lots of struggles with that. So first off, I want to say that I can't believe I'm 25 weeks already. I feel like I'm much further along. I say that in every vlog, but my stomach, I feel like it cannot stretch anymore. But it's going to. I have 3 more months left. But I do have a strong feeling that this little girl is going to come a lot faster than we think. So that being said, I want to just go ahead and start off with one huge thing, is that Garrett and I finally felt her kick, and we're just so excited. It was actually four days ago when Garrett felt her kick, and I have been feeling her on the inside, and every time I would move my hands to the bottom of my stomach to feel, because it was at the very bottom, she would stop, and it would be so annoying because I could not feel if she was actually doing it. And last week, or this past week, is whenever she started kicking, and I didn't have to sit there and concentrate and think about it. It was just happening. And so 4 or 5 days ago, I told Garrett to touch my stomach because she was moving around, and I was actually cooking at the time, so I was sitting there stirring, and he's holding my stomach, and he jumped back and he's like, "Oh!" And I was like, "You felt it?" And I got so emotional. I was so excited that he felt it because it's been so long, and you know, guys, they don't really feel that connected because they're not going through what you're going through. They're just listening to you bitch and moan about what you're going through, and you know, they just don't feel the connection with a baby like you do, because you know, I've been feeling her move inside me for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. And finally yesterday, we were in the doctor's office, and there's this little girl, I'll tell you the story later, but she was screaming her head off for 45 minutes, and I guess it upset the baby, and so she started kicking, and I was able to actually feel her move from the outside, which was really incredible. I was so excited to finally feel that. And then this morning she did it even harder, and she was doing it for a while, so that was awesome feeling because it was so annoying. I kept putting my hands to feel, and then she would stop, and I was like, "Girl, I want to feel you, come on." So it finally did happen. So we did go into our doctor's appointment yesterday. It was just a basic appointment. We listened to the heartbeat, and this time she was actually able to feel the heart. This time she was actually able to get a read on it, so it was 155, which is very normal, and yay, my little girl's happy and healthy, and she's not flinging around like a freaking pinball. Because if you haven't seen my other vlogs, my doctor last time, she was trying to hear the heartbeat, she was going all over my stomach, and she couldn't get a clear read, and so we didn't get to get what her rate was last time, and that was obnoxious. And then also at the anatomy scan, the lady had to keep moving the wand around my stomach to keep a look at her because she kept flipping around. And also another thing is that I have an anterior placed placenta, which means it muffles the kicks, and it's also further for the baby to reach the outside. So that's why it's taken me so long to feel her movements, and I'm so happy I finally did. Kira, one of my girls yeah, I guess one of my girls here on YouTube, she has a channel, and she's pregnant right now too, and she told me that it's the best thing whenever you feel the baby kick, and she is so right. It was just amazing. It was annoying to wait so long, but it was so worth it because it really does feel amazing. So I know a few of you out there are a few weeks behind me, and you have an anterior placed placenta as well. It is coming. I didn't believe my doctor. My doctor kept saying, "Oh, at 20 weeks. Oh, 22 weeks. Oh, 23 weeks, you'll definitely feel it." And finally, at 25 weeks, I felt the kick from the outside. It was awesome because a lot of people say that, there's something in my eye. A lot of people say that, you know, I've been feeling a lot of movement for a while now, but just no kicks from the outside. But I was not feeling any movement whatsoever till the 23rd week. I felt a few movements in there, but it was like a sliding motion, and I had to really concentrate. And it was just very infrequent. So now it's pretty much every day, and the last 3 days have been really consistent with her kicking, and she moves quite a bit. Yes, so I have downloaded quite a few more baby apps. I do recommend you getting more than just one baby app because they do say different things. They all might be correct, but they're not all going to show everything on there. So I like to have multiple apps to reference off of. And till this week, I've only had the Bump app and I'm Expecting. But the new ones to the playing field are Baby Center, Ovia, and Sprout. Now, just by this past couple of days, I like Ovia because it has what all of them have. So it has a thing where you can add data where you do your weight, your activity, sleep, nutrition, mood, symptoms, medication, and blood pressure. It has another area where you can add notes, and this is like a note to yourself, what to put in your hospital bag, things to do, baby name ideas, questions to your doctor, notes to the baby, registry checklist, things to buy. And this one I really like. It's like milestones, and you have your first kick, when you can't see your feet, your baby shower, learn baby sex, doctor's appointment, delivery, telling family and friends, decorating nursery, belly pick, maternity clothes, unsolicited belly rub, which is pretty funny, and then a place for your ultrasound. And then it just has like day by day things that are going on with you, which I really like. So that's my favorite addition to everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and read off the I'm Expecting app, and let's see. And one thing I've never told you guys is how much weight I've gained. I did kind of in the beginning that I finally got back on the weight that I was supposed to be, but as of now at 25 weeks I've only gained 13 pounds. So I guess that's good. I'm in normal range. According to the Expecting app, I'm in normal range. So, the baby is the size of a zucchini. Your baby measures at 13.6 inches long from head to heel. At this point, your baby weighs around 1.5 pounds. Your baby's spine is beginning to form its structure as the blood vessels in the lungs start developing. Some small blood vessels are starting to form beneath your baby's skin. As the blood vessels begin to fill with blood, the baby's skin will take on a pink appearance. Your baby also has fully formed fingerprints, its bones continue to harden, and its nostrils are starting to open. So that's cool. On the bump, it says that your baby is as big as a cauliflower. She's enjoying her new sense of equilibrium. She now knows which way is up and which is down. She's growing more fat and more hair too. During month 6, the average fetus measures about 13.6 inches to 14.8 ounces. Wait. 13.6 inches to 14.8 inches and weighs about 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. Now, in our anatomy scan, they told us that she was weighing bigger. The average was 10 to 12 ounces and she was 14.8, I believe. So she's a little bit bigger. So they know that she's either 2 pounds or closer to 2.5 pounds, which is pretty awesome. It says you're 25 weeks pregnant and it's probably dawned on you that you're soon gonna have to deliver this baby, which yes, it has dawned on me. I feel like I could give birth at any moment now, and it kind of freaks me out. And I was kind of freaked out because we literally have nothing ready for the baby. We have a few outfits and the crib with no mattress, and so me and Garrett talked about it with my doctor, and she's like, honestly, newborns don't need that much. You just need to pack and play some diapers and wipes and stuff and some nightgowns for her to sleep in. So that made me feel a lot better that if I do go into labor, I can send somebody to go pick up a pack and play if we need it. But yeah, so I'm much more relaxed about that. Then it said what's cool is that the hospitals let you pre-register, which means you can put in your paperwork early, which we did do that at our hospital. You first pre-register whenever you are in your first trimester, at the end of your first trimester, and then 45 days before you deliver or your scheduled due date, you go in and fully register. So when you're sitting there coming in the wheelchair, like about to freak out because you're about to shoot a baby out your uterus, then you don't have to sit there and fill out a bunch of paperwork, which is crazy. It says maybe you're getting nervous about delivery, or maybe it's your haywire hormones, but you might start to have trouble sleeping around week 25, which I have had trouble sleeping for the past 3 weeks, and I feel like I have insomnia because once something happens where I have to wake up, I can't go back to sleep. So the things that happen: heartburn, which I have the heartburn, I have the acid reflux where it comes up and burns here, and I also have the acid reflux cough, which is very annoying to my husband and wakes him up, and I feel really bad about it. And then I have to get up and pee 2 to 3 times every night. Let's see what else. I can't lay on one side for more than an hour, so I'm constantly flipping to get comfortable because my joints will start to hurt. And we have a memory foam mattress, so you know, it could be worse. And I sleep with a pillow or like a boppy pillow between my legs and to support my stomach. So, you know, I just can't help. Oh, and restless leg syndrome. That's been annoying. So it says experiment with different strategies of getting some sleep. One idea is to drink extra water early in the day so you can start tapering off your intake as you get closer to bedtime, which I have started doing that, and it brought me down. I started doing that 2 days ago, so until week 26. Not drinking too much water or any liquids before like 6 or 7 o'clock, and I'll usually go to bed at like 9 or 10, and I've been getting up maybe once in the middle of the night, so that is good. So pregnancy symptoms that this one says, it says constipation, be sure to eat plenty of fiber-rich foods, which I have been, like I'm kind of constipated, but I'm not because I'm using the bathroom a lot, and it's very normal cycles, but it's just not much. So yeah, hemorrhoids, no hemorrhoids yet. Gas and bloating. I didn't start getting gas till really past 2 days into my week 26. So no. Bloating, yes. If I have a larger meal than normal, I will bloat and I feel like the Michelin, like I can't even move. Like everything just feels so tight and it's very uncomfortable. Heartburn, since baby is pushing on your digestive system, it can push stomach acid up your esophagus. So when you're pregnant, your body produces progesterone, which loosens all of your little things going on in your body. One of the things it loosens is the flap here and the flap over your stomach to keep the acid from coming back up your esophagus. So that's happening, and now also I notice whenever I bend over too much, or especially after I eat, food will start to come up, which is fun for all. And it says all over aches and pains thanks to hormone fluctuations. I have been having that. It's mostly my joints, and my feet swell a lot, and it's not my back still. I had back problems before I got pregnant, and I haven't really had back problems now that I am pregnant, which is strange because it usually gets a lot worse. And I actually owe it to my boppy pillow. I feel like that has really helped me keep everything in line. It says trouble sleeping. It's tough to get comfy with that big belly in the way. So my stomach doesn't get in the way while I'm sleeping. It only gets in the way when A, I'm trying to bend over and pick something up, or B, I'm trying to get up from somewhere. I took a bath for the first time in weeks. Like, I've showered, but like an actual relaxing bath, and it took me a good 5 to 6 minutes to get out of that tub. It was so uncomfortable, and I will never, well, until I have birth or give birth, I will never shave my legs in the bathtub again. It was so uncomfortable, guys. So according to this little app, it says I have 14 weeks and 5 days to go. In my head I have like a week to go, but that's okay. So oh, I did make a list on another app what symptoms I was having. So I went through like the list of all the symptoms and what I feel like I'm getting. I feel like I have insomnia, joint pain, leaking breasts, which is normal if you're having that problem, leg cramps, nasal congestion, it is that time of year, restless leg syndrome, forgetfulness, frequent urination, heartburn, increased thirst, swelling, visible veins. I noticed that on my stomach. I lifted my shirt the other day to look at my belly, and I noticed veins like all over my stomach. However, in my mind, they were all stretch marks. I was like, how did this happen? She had a growth spurt overnight. But they're just veins. Abdominal aches and pains, I do get that pretty regularly if I get up too fast. Or if I am in, like when I get up in the middle of the night and have to go pee. If I have a lot of urine in there, it hurts whenever after I release it. Headaches, not so bad. Maybe once a week. I have one right now, actually. Acne, yes, I've been getting cystic acne here, a few here on the side of my face. Cold and flu symptoms, like the sinuses and that stuff, like body's aching. And then fatigue, exhaustion from no sleep. I probably sleep about 3 to 4 hours every night, which is really sad. I can't take naps during the day. That's a lie. I was finally able one day last week to take a nap, and it was beautiful. However, people kept calling me whenever I finally would go to sleep, so that was annoying. But I actually was able to get myself to go to sleep for at least 30 minutes. So that was really nice. So I have also the past week developed better habits. My entire pregnancy I've had food aversion, and this past week I was finally able to work in the main thing, eggs, which I can eat hard-boiled eggs. I did that like a few weeks ago, but this past week I was finally able to eat scrambled eggs. Now, ever since my first trimester, I would always order eggs when me and Garrett would go to a breakfast place, but I could never eat them. Like, I would take one bite and then I would feel like I was going to vomit. But finally, I was able to make some at home and they were delicious, and I'm so glad I'm over that because I am not a big protein eater. I don't really like meat, but eggs is something that I can get down into my system and give me some protein. And the next thing is having fresh fruit and smoothies. That has been really amazing to add into my diet. I have really been solely on carbs, like bad carbs, like pastas and breads and anything that has flour in it. I'm pretty much all game for. And so now I'm working in veggies and smoothies and fresh fruit. So that's been really good and really helpful, and I've noticed a big difference. Also, Garrett and I bought a water dispenser thing, and at Whole Foods you can get the osmosis, reverse osmosis, whatever water. And if you don't know what that is, it removes fluoride and all the other chlorine and crap from the water. Anywho, it has really helped me drink a lot more water because it's cold. I'm used to getting water from the tap. We had like the little pure thing on the sink, and it always grossed me out because we would wash raw meat in the sink. We would clean dirty dishes in the sink. And just knowing that they could splash up or that it was even near it kind of freaked me out. And you don't ever really crave warm water. I don't, at least. If you do, that's your thing. But for me, I do not. And also, my first trimester, Garrett tried to give me a water with ice in it. And the ice tasted like meat. And so I just haven't gone back to the ice yet. I haven't gotten there yet. But it has been really nice to have the water dispenser thing dispense like ice cold water. And it is amazing. I'm like downing that stuff. It's really awesome. And one of the last things I want to talk to you guys about is a house update. So we have moved the house around so much, and we're actually really loving it. We had to make more room for letting our little girl have her own space. I don't want any of my crap or any of Garrett's crap in there. That is her room, her space. She might be an infant, or she might still be a little thing inside my stomach, but I want her to have her own space. So we got the crib. It's Garrett's old crib, and which is really cool, but we're going to paint it white. So we're going to do that this weekend, but we do have it set up in the room, and it looks so cute. And we put another piece of furniture in there that we already had that we're going to paint this weekend as well. She has a few outfits, but nothing's really been done. Like, the main things we want to do, we need to get a mattress for the crib, and we need to get some blackout curtains and a rug. So we might do that next weekend. That might be next weekend's project. Other than that, me and Garrett have been spending the weekends like doing things for the house and spending time together, and it's been really amazing because we want the house, like our main projects that we want to get done, to be done by the time our little girl comes. And so that means we did the front yard, the front flower bed, completely redid that. We had an old picnic table in our backyard, and so like one of the $88 ones from Lowe's. We sanded it down, painted it, and polyurethaned it, and put it in our house for the dining room table. Looks awesome. And we are marking out a place to put raised planters in the backyard so we can have some fresh herbs and fruit and vegetables out there. We added some extra storage in our bathroom because we will be sharing our bathroom with our little bundle of joy. And yeah, so that's pretty much it with the house updates. We're going to keep doing things until the little girl comes, and then even after that, after we get over the initial shock of having another member of the family. But I will go ahead and show you my bump. So this is her. I feel like she's gotten so big and I can't even stand it. I feel like my stomach has nowhere else to go, but I'm just so proud of her. She's growing so strong and so big, and I'm just really happy that she's growing well. But if you're wondering, the shirt's from Target. I got it for like $8 on their clearance, so thumbs up for that. But guys, thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for all your amazing comments that y'all been leaving. really supportive and wonderful comments and telling me your story, what you're going through. It's just been really nice to read. I do read them all when I get them. It's just I've been so tired. It takes about 4 or 5 days for me to edit videos now because I'm so tired. I'll fall asleep mid editing and I'll have to pick it up the next day and then I'll fall asleep again. And I want to make sure that I have, when I comment back to you guys, I want to make sure I have energy and I want to make sure that I'm in the right mindset of wanting to chat, and so I can genuinely write back to you guys instead of like having a generic answer just throwing at you, which today I did a comment back to everybody on my YouTube, so that thumbs up for that. It's been like a month or two, which is really sad. I didn't realize it'd been that long, but guys, thank you. Please have your comments keep coming. I am reading them. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to answer back, but anyways, I love you all very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. So today I'm going to be doing my 23rd and 24th week pregnancy update. I am 24 weeks pregnant right now, and the reason I'm combining these, one, because I just didn't have time to do it at the beginning of the week to film